let's begin, and let's just start in tabletop. So come into tabletop, wrists right under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, and extend your right leg straight back, flex your foot, start to draw your belly in, and then pivot over to your left side for a modified side plank. Take your right arm up, good, then reach your right arm forward, pull your knee into your chest, start to look down, and place your foot right next to, or right underneath your right knee. Take your top arm up, curl your back toes, and straighten your leg. Take a twist, breathe in, and drop your knee, bring your hand down, and straighten your right leg, flex your foot, open up your chest. Breathe in, bring your shoulders back a little bit, low belly pulls in, and shift forward, bend your right knee, and step back into downward facing dog. Shift forward into plank, drop your heels over to the left, side plank, take your right arm up, reach your right arm forward, and bring your right hand down. Straighten the legs, press through your palms, lower all the way down to the floor, point your toes, hug your elbows in, and then lift up. Little back bend, chest lifts. Press your feet down, press your pubic bone down, lower back down, and then push back into child's pose, and then come into tabletop. Extend your left leg straight back, flex your foot, turn your toes down, draw your belly in, and then pivot over onto your right side. Take your left arm up, flex your left foot, reach, ribs in, pull that left knee in, reach the top arm forward, start to look down, and place your foot down so it's right underneath of your knee. Stretch the left arm up, push into your right hand, curl your back toes, lift your knee. Reach back through your heel, take a couple breaths here. Keep pulling your left hip back. And exhale, bring your hand down, drop your back knee, straighten out your left leg, walk your hands back, open your chest, lift. Just a couple breaths, so just warming up nice and slow, getting into your hips, hamstrings. Start to bend your left knee, plant your palms, step back into downward facing dog. Spread your fingers, press down through your thumb, first finger, bend your knees a little bit. Deep breath, exhale. Good. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Hold plank, drop your heels over to the right, flex your feet, take your left arm up. Side plank. You can always drop your knee like we started. Bring your left hand down, plank. Slowly lower all the way down. Once you're there, point your toes, pick the fronts of your elbows up, lift your chest, breathe. And extend your arms back, lift your feet, lift your hands, reach back through your fingertips. Big breath in, and exhale, hands next to your ribs, drop your feet. Inhale to upward facing dog, and then push back into downward facing dog. Press through your palms, bend your knees a little bit, move your chest back. Steady breath. Exhale. Then start to look forward, walk your feet to the top of your mat, lengthen your spine, and fold forward. And then inhale, come all the way up to stand. Take your arms up, look up, touch your palms, and bring your hands to your heart. All right, we'll just do a few sun salutations. We're gonna take it real slow. So stand at the top of your mat, feet separated slightly. Let your weight rock back into your heels a little bit, and then press down through the balls of your feet. Squeeze with the big toes a little bit, grip with the big toes. Then draw your ribs in, draw your belly in. So right here is pretty neutral. On your inhale, you can take your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then step back into plank, one leg at a time. Lower nice and slow chaturanga. You can always bend your knees. Drop the knees if you need to. Inhale to up dog. Press through the tops of your feet, push through your palms. And then exhale, back into downward facing dog. And then just take 2 full breaths here. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Let your head relax. Turn your triceps down a little bit. In through your nose, out through your nose. Look forward, step or hop to your hands. Lengthen your spine and fold forward. Inhale all the way up to stand. And exhale, hands to your side. There's some fireworks going on, I think. We'll do that again. Inhale, arms lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Step back or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And back into downward facing dog. Deep breath. And exhale. And one more, inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees, look, step or hop. Lengthen and fold forward. Inhale, come all the way to stand. Arms lift, look up. And you can release your hands. So one last time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And back, downward facing dog. And just a couple breaths here. Again, press through your palms, bend your knees a little bit if you need to. Let your chest go back, let your head relax. Inhale deep and exhale. And then look forward. And actually just step your left foot forward and then pivot your feet so both feet are parallel. Bend your right knee, drop low into that right side, flex your left foot. You can always have your heel lifted. Just a couple breaths here. You can bring your hands to your heart, try to lift your chest, or your hands can stay down. You can use that to support yourself a little bit. Deep breath. And then shift, other side. Shift over the left side, flex your right foot. Chest lifts, shoulders drop. Good. And then from here, you're gonna glide into warrior two. So walk your hands forward, plant that right foot forward, and then open up your arms. Drop your shoulders a little bit, back toes turn forward slightly, belly pulls in, and just take a couple breaths. Reach through your fingertips. And inhale, take your arms up, reach up. And then exhale, come back down, warrior two. Inhale, and exhale. Reach forward with your right arm, bring your forearm down, extended side angle, top arm or go up. You can keep your top arm reaching, or if you want to bring it around for a half bind, bring it around to the low back or your right hip. Try to have the right shoulder pulling down and away from your ear. So it's not like that, you're not leaning on it. Maybe look up just a little bit, easy on your neck. And then release your left arm, take it up, bring yourself back up, straighten your right leg, pivot your feet and fold forward. Fingertips come down, drop your head. You can always have your knees bent, breathe in and out. Inhale, lengthen your spine and bend your left knee, flex your right foot, chest lifts. And then shift, walk it over, right side, bend your left knee. Right knee, flex your left foot, open up your chest, keep your neck soft. And then glide into warrior two. So walk forward, plant your left foot, bring your arms up, open your arms, back foot turns in, shoulders drop down, left knee and toes straight forward. Try to bring your shoulders down, but still reach through your fingers. And then inhale, straighten your legs, reach your arms up, and exhale back down. And just do that a couple times. Press through both feet, reach up, and exhale. Last one. And exhale. And then reach forward, land that forearm, take your right arm up. Good. Try to pull your left hip back a little bit, stretch through your right arm. And then if you want to bring it around for a half bind, or your right shoulder back, turn your chest up a little, breathe. Last breath here. And then extend your right arm up. Bring yourself up. And on your exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. And you can step forward, top of your mat, lengthen your spine, and fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. And exhale, hands to your side. All right, so you can turn to face forward. We're just gonna do balancing pose. So shift the weight into your right foot. Bring your left foot up onto your inner thigh for tree. And try not to lean into the right side so much as squeeze your outer right glute in. Hands can come to your heart first. Okay, so you can keep them here if you want a little arm variation. You'll take your ends out to the side, flip your palms all the way, and either come into hidden prayer, or you can do fists. So hidden prayer, palms come together, or if you're doing fists, press your fists together. Pull your elbows back, yeah? Elbows pull back, shoulders drop down, draw your ribs in. And then again, don't go into your right hip, stand up really tall, squeeze your outer glute. Breathe. And take another breath. Draw the elbows back. Start to release your hands. Take them straight up. Stay here a little bit longer. Reach through your fingertips, get really long. And then lower your arms and lower your leg. We're just gonna switch and go right into the other side. Weight goes into your left foot, right foot comes onto your thigh. First, just find balance. You can stay here. So again, don't lean into the left hip so much. Squeeze your left glute in, press your foot and your leg together, firm your inner thigh, and then use your core too. Belly's in, ribs are in. That arm variation, whatever you did on the other side, fists, hidden prayer, crawl it up your back, and then drop your shoulders, elbows come back a little bit, press your palms together. Or fists together. Yeah. And just a couple deep breaths. Breathe full into your torso, so your stomach, your chest, your ribs. Try to stare at one thing. It helps your balance. And you can start to release your hands. Take them straight up. And then let your hands drop. Then you can set your foot down. All right, turn to face the front of your mat. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga, step back, hop back. Inhale to up dog. And back into downward facing dog. And then deep breath. Press through your palms. Draw your belly in, push through your hands. Inhale, lift your right leg straight back behind you. Bring your knee to your chest, shift forward. Place your foot down next to your right thumb and come into a high lunge. So take your arms straight up. Good, drop your hips a little bit. Press down through your right heel and then see if you can pull your belly in and lift your back heel high. Yeah, good. Twist to the right, open your arms. Reach through your back arm a lot. Steady breath. Good. And on your exhale, bring your left hand down to the floor, take your top arm up. Then scoot your right foot to the right a little bit. Turn your toes out, get a little more of a hip opener. You can drop your hips, press through your feet, reach up, maybe lean back a little. And exhale, bring your hand down. And step back into plank. Drop your heels to the left. Take your top arm up, just a couple breaths. You can always drop your knee down. And then bring your right hand down. And lower through chaturanga. Or you can always skip it and go straight into downward facing dog. And inhale, lift your left leg straight back. Push your palms, reach through the left heel. Shift forward, knee to chest. And then place your foot down nice and soft. Inhale to a high lunge. The belly pulls in. You can separate your feet maybe a little longer. Inner thighs hug towards each other. Drop your shoulders slightly. Reach through your fingertips. Twist to the left. Open your arms. Spread your arms. Squeeze your waist. Push down through your front foot. The left heel inside of your left foot. Slowly bring your right hand down. Top arm goes up. Twist. Really reach back through your right heel. You can scoot your foot to the left a little, turn your toes out, and then open up more to the left, lean back, breathe, straighten your right arm, reach to the right heel. Exhale, bring your hand down, step into plank. Heels drop to the right. Take your top arm up, flex, lift your hips, breathe. And then bring your left hand down. Lower chaturanga. Inhale. And exhale. Back into down dog. Then step your left foot forward. And again, pivot your feet. Bend into your right knee one more time. Flex your foot. Right arm's going to go out to the right. Left arm reaches for a twist. If you want to move into a bind or a half bind, you can try that out. Deep breath. Let your head lean back, roll the right shoulder back. All right, bring your fingers down and then crawl it over to the left. Flex your foot. Lift your chest. Open your arms. And again, if you want to work that half bind or full bind, stay balanced, breathe. Everyone falls out of poses, even the teacher. Breath in. And you'll notice some legs are like, they feel a little bit different when you go into the pose. So release your arms and crawl back into warrior two one more time, just like we did earlier. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in the right knee, reach through your right arm. And then bring yourself up. We'll move into triangle. You can take a shorter stance, reach with the right hand, pull that right hip back, and then land your hand. Top arm goes up. Stretch through your left arm. Press down through your feet a lot. Yeah, reach, breathe. Keep your neck soft. And inhale, bring yourself up. And we're just gonna pivot. So turn your right toes in, left toe out, and come into warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach with the left arm a lot, keep it low in the left thigh. Breathe. And then bring yourself up, straighten your front leg. We'll take it into triangle. So the pelvis tips, that left hip turns down a little bit, right hip pulls back. Reach with your hand, land it, right arm goes up. Belly is in, steady, even breath. Focus on really lifting with your right hand and pressing through your feet. You can always bend your front knee a little. Inhale, bring yourself up, bend your left knee. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, plank, and hold plank 3 full breaths. Reach through your heels, push through your palms, Don't let your hips lift, but just draw your belly in. One more. And then you can lower all the way to the floor. Once you're there, just point your toes. Reach back through your hands. You can interlace. Press down through your pubic bone and then lift up. Chest lifts, hands reach back. So reach back through your fists. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Your shoulder blades come towards each other. Reach through your toes. And then release your hands right under your ribs. Drop your feet, or right next to your ribs rather. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then push back into down dog. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to your hands. Lengthen your spine and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release your hands. All right, shift the weight into your right foot. And then bend your left knee, set up for dancer. Grab your left ankle and take your right arm up. Draw your ribs in your belly and get really long. And then start to kick your foot into your hand, lean out. So try to lift your foot up. You can always bend your right knee a little bit. Look out in front. Steady breath. And one more here. And then slowly release your left foot. Take both arms back for warrior 3. Flex your left toe. Belly pulls in, ribs draw in, reach back through your fingertips. And then inhale. Bring yourself up, pull your knee in, give it a little squeeze. And then lower it down. All right, shift the weight into your left foot. Bend your right knee, reach back. Find your foot. Left arm's gonna go up. And then start to kick. Lean out, breathe. Try not to let your knee go out to the side. Turn your right hip down, press your foot into your hand. Steady breath. And start to let your foot go. Take both arms back. Belly's in, ribs are in. Flex your right foot, toes turn down. Reach back through your fingers. Good. Stay with it. And come all the way up. Pull your right knee in, give it a little squeeze. And then set your foot down. Let it go. And stand on both feet, close your eyes, breathe in. And exhale. Separate your feet hips distance, bring your hands onto your hips. Take a deep breath in. And then start to fold forward. You can bend your knees. Take your 2 first fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Let your head drop, shoulders away from your ears. Knees can stay bent the whole time. Elbows go out to the side. Breathe in, breathe out. And then one more breath here. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen, release your toes. Plant your palms, step back into plank. And lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And back into downward facing dog. Lift your right leg straight back behind you. And then step your right foot forward, drop your back knee, and take your right arm up. Take a little twist here. And then from here, see if you can bend your left knee, reach back and find your foot. Roll your right shoulder back, turn your chest to the right. But try to keep your right foot and knee straight forward. Yeah, if you want to feel this a little different way, you'll turn your chest down slightly. And keep lifting up just a little action through your low abs. That'll help you feel the stretch more in your hip flexor and your quad. And take one more breath here. Start to let your foot go. Your hands come inside of your right foot. Curl your back toes under, and then just lift your knees. Stay low. Maybe walk your hands forward a little bit. Reach back through your left heel. If that's too much, keep your knee down and still walk your hands forward as much as you're able. Getting a little deeper into the hips, hamstring, inner thigh. And then start to walk your hands back. Curl the back toes one more time, lift your knee, take your right arm up. And if you want to add a little, you'll drop your left heel to the left, start to move your right foot. You can do a modified side plank or stack for side plank. Breathe, try to hold it wherever you are. And bring your right hand down. Chaturanga if you want it, or push straight back into down dog. Lift your left leg, step it forward, and drop your back knee. Make sure your heel is under your knee. Start to turn to the left, bend your right knee, reach back, find your foot. And you can always scoot your left foot to the left more, you need a little space, or you can have something underneath your right hand. Low belly pulls in a little bit, push through your palm. And just steady, even breath. You can turn more to the left, try that out. Or you can start to turn down a little bit. Lift the low belly, just a little action there. Last breath here. And then release your foot, bring your hands down. And you can lift your knee, walk your hands forward a little bit, a little deeper stretch, reach back through the right heel. Or you can keep your knee down, but still pull in through your low belly so you're not just sinking all the way down into your hips. Good, one more, breathe. Curl your back toes, lift your knee, twist to the left. Left arm goes up, push into your right palm. And you can drop your right heel to the right, pivot the left foot, and maybe you stack. Breathe in. And then exhale, left hand comes down, lower chaturanga. Breathe in for up dog. And back, downward dog. Lift your right knee, right leg, pull your knee in, and then place your knee down next to your right elbow, right wrist. Scoot your left foot back. Couple breaths here, chest lifts. Breathe. So you can stay upright, you can walk down. If you want a little bit more stretch on that left quad and hip flexor, you can bend your left knee and reach around, try to find your foot. You can push your foot into your hand or pull back a little. You can play around with that different action where you're pressing your foot back and then your hand pushes more into your foot. If you're doing this one with your knee bent, try to push down into your right shin so you get a little lift, belly pulls in. Breathe deep, really deep here. And I'm gonna start to let go of my foot and then walk all the way down or partially down for pigeon. You can come onto your forearms. And just take one more breath here. And start to walk yourself up. You're gonna roll onto your right hip, swing your left leg around in front, and your legs are gonna be at an angle. Right foot on the inside of your left thigh. Flex your left foot. Bring your hand behind your head, and then turn to the right. Slide your left hand down your leg a little bit, the inside. Push your hand against your calf, and then turn a little bit more. Lean back with your head. A little twist here. My left arm is really strong. I'm pushing into my leg pretty firmly. So there is a little action there. So you can, if you want, reach the top arm up and then up and overhead. You just don't want to fold down. You want to keep your chest really open. Steady breath. You can keep your hand here, that's totally fine. Just lean back a little bit. All right, start to bring yourself up. Plant your right hand behind you at an angle to your right hip. Point your left toes and then lift up. Come onto your right knee. Reach through your hand, point the left toes. Deep breath in. Bring yourself down, and you're going to move across to the left shin, so you're now square towards your left shin. Breathe in. You can always have your left knee bent. Your hands can be just on either side of your leg. Try to keep a long spine. And chest lifts, belly pulls in a little bit. So we're trying to avoid rounding as much as we can. And then inhale, bring yourself up. All right, we're just gonna cross our shins, turn to face the front side of your mat, step back, and you can move through your vinyasa, and we'll do all of that on the other side. Lift your left knee, and then pull it in, drop it down next to your left wrist, scoot the right foot back. Chest lifts. Make sure your knees out to the left at an angle. You can stay upright, you can walk it down. If you want that quad stretch, bend your right knee, reach back, find your foot. Try to keep your chest turning forward though, that right shoulder turning forward. Pull in, press back. You can really feel the difference there. Push down through your left shin if you're doing this variation, to lift a little bit. Breathe. Steady, even breath. See if you can relax your face, relax your shoulders, and breathe through it. If it's a little uncomfortable, if your hips are tight or quads, start to let your foot go. And then we'll come all down into pigeon for a couple breaths. So breathing deep in some of these slower poses that maybe you feel it a little bit more as you slow down. All right, start to walk yourself up. And then we're gonna roll on to the right side. Yeah, so you come into that wide-legged pose with the left foot inside of your thigh. Flex your right foot, bring your hand behind your head. That right arm is gonna slide down as you turn your chest to the left. Good, so first just lift up, breathe, maybe slide down a little bit more, and just keep turning. So this is a gentle twist. You don't have to go so hard into this stretch. Feel your way into it, ease into it. Deep breath. Try to relax your shoulders. If you want to reach up with the top arm, you can, up and over. Even if it's nowhere near your foot. Turn your chest up a little bit. Drop the left shoulder. Deep breathing. And last one, turn, breathe. And then bring yourself up, and then again, land that hand behind at an angle, and then lift, point the right toes, lean back, stretch the right side. And then start to sit back down, and then sweep yourself over that right shin, right leg, so that you're square facing it. Again, your hands don't have to be anywhere near your foot. They can just be on either side. Keep your chest lifted, drop your shoulders. Steady, even breath. And last one. And bring yourself up. And then this time, just extend both your legs wherever you are. Flex your feet. Sit up really tall. Take your arms straight up. And then lean out, fold forward. You can always have your knees bent a little bit. Try to open your chest. Especially if your low back is really tight or your hamstrings bending the knees, you can get a little bit more space in the low back. And bring yourself up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Last pose before we lay down onto our back. Drop your shoulders, lift your chest, lean forward slightly. Again, try not to round. Try to lift your chest and drop your shoulders. Inhale, lift. Extend your legs. All right, lay all the way down. And let's take a little twist. So first, just pull your knees in. And then drop your knees to the left, open your arms. And this is the part where you just let your breath be normal. No effort here, passive. And bring yourself back. Scoot your hips just a little to the left, drop your knees to the right. So this is a great sequence to get yourself moving, build some heat, but also really getting into the hips, hamstrings, inner thighs, side body stretches. Bring yourself back. Knees in one more time. And then extend your legs. Let your body relax. You can have your hands to your sides. You can bring them onto the front of your body and just breathe normal. Close your eyes, relax your face. And just take a couple minutes to pause, rest, not do anything, not feel like you have to move on to the next thing, because this will end in 2 minutes. And then the day is yours. Just let your eyelids relax, your forehead, your lips, your jaw. And then start to breathe a little deeper. Bring movement into your body. And you can roll onto your side. And bring yourself up. All right. Bring your hands together. Thank you all for joining. Namaste.